A guy named David Barton is one of the leading practitioners of this. He is not a historian. He has a degree in Christian education from Oral Roberts University. Yet he's made a lot of money and fame and gained fame in the religious right, putting out books and videos and so on, arguing that the country was founded to be a Christian nation, and essentially just pulls things selectively from history and does a little cut and paste revisionism. There's another gentleman in Massachusetts, a minister named Peter Marshall, who runs a group that promotes this idea of the United States being a Christian nation. Again, not a historian, a minister. There's a professor at an unaccredited law school in Alabama named John Eidsmoe. Again, a promoter of this, has written several books about this idea of us being a Christian nation. A law professor, but again, not really a historian. So you have people that aren't really versed in this area, don't have the credentials, making the argument. Meanwhile, people who actually do have credentials, like our friends Kramnik and Moore at Cornell, put their books out and try to counter them. And in the public mind, it becomes one of these sort of, well, there are two sides to the argument, right? Just like there's two sides to creationism, right? I mean, there's the side that the earth is 5 billion years old. Then there's the side that it's 6,000, and, well, we can choose which one we believe, right? I mean, this is the kind of mindset that's very common in America today. The idea that everything has two sides. Now, some issues you can make two-sided arguments. You can argue for or against. But certain things are facts. And you are entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. So what the religious right has attempted to do, I think, has recreate history, rewrite it, because they didn't like what existed. So they've created a new set of facts. There aren't really facts. Serve those up to the American people in a nice package. And because that fits a preconceived bias that many fundamentalist Christians have anyway, they've adopted it. Presto, here we are. With something like, 30 or 40% of the population thinking that the Constitution does say we're a Christian nation, according to that frightening poll I mentioned earlier. And a number of people thinking our laws are based on the Ten Commandments. And people making arguments that, seriously, the Bible is reflected in the Constitution because the idea of the three branches of government is based on the Trinity. People will make arguments like this seriously and be taken seriously with them. So we have a good bit of work to do. It's kind of a staggering flip-flop of the actual history, but that's where we are. And what we need to do to respond to it is just to get back to the Founding Fathers, to bring up some of the history that I mentioned, and always be reminding people, as I said earlier, that while they're entitled to their own opinions, they're not entitled to rewrite the facts. And the facts show clearly that the Founders intended for this to be a secular nation with religious freedom for all, and for there to be a separation between church and state. So, thank you.